Hi, my name is Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos, specifically lyric reactions and breakdowns. And you guys, I had fully intended to give you my first reaction to this video, but I just happened to be opening YouTube at like the moment it dropped. Like I was probably the first 100 people to click on this video, okay? I was there like the second it dropped for just totally out of complete happenstance, completely random. I wasn't gonna set up the camera, I just watched it. And then I just kind of kept watching it. It was so good. I sent it to everybody that I know, even if they had no interest, and then I gushed about it, and then I just kept, it was like I was in a fever dream. Like every time I finished it, it was like, what did I just watch? I have to watch it again. So this is J-Hope's More, his brand new song that just dropped. And because it's not an initial reaction, I'm not like just doing like the 24 hours and putting this up. This is probably going up on a Tuesday. Maybe I'll get ambitious and I'll edit it and it'll go up Saturday. Like I'm not gonna put it up right away. Just know I watched it. Seriously, this is the first time I've been like one of the first people to see a video. I was so excited. But this is, I've watched it a lot at this point and it hasn't even been out for 24 hours yet. So it just seemed like time. Whenever I post this, whenever I get around to editing it, probably be way later and I'll be late to the party. But this time I was not late to the party, okay? In my own bubble, I was there on time. I love this vibe, okay? I'm so into this. J-Hope's emo stage, I'm here for. I'm so here for this. I didn't have an emo stage, partly because it's a very aesthetic thing, and when I was probably in middle school, my mother told me I couldn't pull it off. Which, if you listen to your mother about anything to do with your like aesthetic preferences, you can't be emo. That's just not how, that's how you get disqualified. So I was never emo, never goth. Goth was the big thing when I was younger. This is very like grunge more, I think, his song, but oh, it's so good. We're just gonna watch it because I'm so excited, and I'm sure you've already watched it at this point too, and definitely like watch it like 40 more times. I'm probably gonna rewatch it again after. I just can't stop. I don't know, it's so different, and it's just like it's hitting a chord with me. Like this vibe is so good. So we're just gonna watch and enjoy. Oh my gosh, I'm too excited, you guys. Can I just right off the bat say, he got people with like really distinct facial features for this, and I really like it. That man's cheekbones. Out of control. Right away, it sounds like a J-Hope song, right? Like he loves this kind of beat. Like this intro wouldn't feel out of place if it was on like Hope World. Like it's got that same kind of vibe to it. It's got that really, like, what do you call, is that the one that's called boom back beats? I don't know, but he really likes that sound. It's been on other songs of his. There's just like that growl in his voice, like the growl, you guys. Maybe that's why I can't stop watching this. But, and then those just like shifting dark images. Like the imagery is so like 180 from Hope World. But let's go through what he's saying. Yeah, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty, not as in I need a drink of water, but as in I really want something. He uses a lot of English in this too. I need to go surfing on the beat. Like I need that much water. I'm in my element. Which again, like you've got this sense that like this isn't a humongous departure from what he's been going with his other work, but it's still a departure. And soak up the music, and then eeny meeny miny mo, making a choice. And there could either be many things to choose from or like two things to choose from. You know, are we choosing Hope World or Jack in the Box maybe? Dancin' Baby Flow, and some of this is just things that sound really good together. Keep My Passion, I Gotta Go. And then that flash to the Joker. I cannot wait. I can't wait for more music videos. Like, oh, this is gonna be dark and fun. I'm still not enough. Like that this thirst is never getting quenched. before we get to more growling. So self-learning for 11 years. That's about how long he's been with BTS. Like he joined Suga and RM at the end of 2010? I think like at the very end, like December. So it's been about 11 years that he's been in BTS and well, in the industry and learning. Self-learning, like learning how to get by in the industry and learning music. Like he didn't come in as a musical person. He came in as a dancer, but he learned to write rap from just hanging out with rappers. My highlights, my art of learning. He's just been learning as he goes. And he has like a deep passion for learning like different dance styles too. And I think I've talked about this in another video, that J-Hope is always like interested in the specific styles. Like it's not just like creating his own style of dance, like he's been able to do that, but he's really interested in like the specific, like he wanted to learn house dance, he wanted to learn bounce, like he wanted to learn all of the specific styles and like really research them and become a master of the actual styles themselves, which is really interesting. He's not just learning to dance, he wants to like get the actual education of the styles of dance that he's interested in. Endless studying. I crash and fall to make my art, which is a very interesting line. Like I gotta mess up in order to make something good. Still make it, move from where I stand. So even though he's crash and fall, even though he might crash and fall, even though things might not work out the way he wants them to, from wherever he ends up, he's still trying to make it. He's still creating. He's never stopped creating. Make it mine, make it right. Work on it until it's correct for me. Work on it until it is the best it can be. Somebody's favorite song again. That's half my life. A reason for living. A joy of life. And it is half his life. He's pretty much been in the industry for almost half his life at this point. And he's like, it's my reason for living, it's my joy. Like, I want to be here. Motivated to carry on. And all the meanwhile, he's doing a very like anti-establishment things in the background. Like, oh, I'm making a ruckus at work. I'm tripping the boss and making a fool out of him. This is where we get the like big departure. Like this is not the J-Hope we've seen before. Like pretty much from that first growl, he's like, this is not that style. This is not at all the same anymore. So he says, bring it all. And then he rhymes it really, like he says it in a way that it sounds very, very similar, but I'm doing it all. Like I'm not putting myself in a box anymore. I'm not being one thing or the other. I'm doing everything. And then hot shout out, which shout out, you know, let out your emotions, but also, hey, shout out, because that's a very common internet thing. And I say more. This just feels so like grunge rock. Ha, yeah, right, because I want some more. Actually, I think it's so cool, but I think a lot of the meat of the whole song is here in this section. A lot of this is, at least to me, seems like very direct references to some of his other really big songs, like Kick Snare in My Ears, Hear That, Hit That. And that's that music going on, which is something that's reminiscent of his other songs. It sounds that he really, really likes in his music. Keep Going Nonstop, Make My Mixtape, Hope World. Which again, we're back to that sound again where it's like this could almost fit on Hope World. Like we've pulled back out of that new genre. Get feedback, but still get back. So listen to people's criticisms, but don't like depart from your roots. Take everything like a Kit Kat. And this is making me think of his character, the character he's always been in the BTS alternate universe. Like the candy bars are very much associated with his character because of the past the story about the character's past and everything, and so like he's lying on a bunch of Snickers and fake love. Like this is something that has been part of J-Hope's character, this candy bar reference, which is not a happy reference in any way, but something that's very sweet and people associate with happiness a lot, which actually is a fantastic metaphor for J-Hope, probably. Like I can't stop thinking, I don't even remember what interview it was, but there was a point at which, man, it must have been in like Burn the Stage or something, but RM described J-Hope and his personality as a closed door. RM is very good at like figuring out everyone's personality, and he thinks about things in an intellectual way. And so he talked about like all of the different members in an intellectual way, like he understands them, he's figured them out, but that J-Hope is not, they don't have that kind of relationship. Like he hasn't figured out J-Hope. I have a hair like on my eyelash. That he's a closed door. I think that's what we're getting now, is J-Hope is letting the door crack just a little bit for us. That he's always like, he presents a very strong persona, and he says, that is who I've become, that's who I want to be on stage, that's who BTS J-Hope is who you get. Like he isn't purposefully hiding anything, but he's not showing everything. And he's talked about like at home, he's very quiet. He can be very like scary. He's the scary member to the other members. And we think about that just when they're practicing and he becomes the dance teacher. But I don't think we see a lot of like just who he is otherwise. So it's like the candy bar. Like it seems like such a cute, funny thing, but it's a very dark reference in the storyline. Mutual relationships, so good for me. Pump some gas, I drive to the beat. And again, he's got that gesture hat look, but it's also, you know those like cat ears that move when you're reacting? That's what that actually reminds me of. And it's hooked up to the machine, and this is definitely a reference to Ego. I mean, it just has to be a reference to Ego, right? And also, pump some gas and I drive to the beat, that's Ego again. Watch out everyone, I'm reckless. Like he seemed very controlled in Ego, and now he's saying that I'm a reckless person. Drunk in the artistic painting, keep hyping up Dolly, which has got to be Salvador Dali. I almost said Dolly was an impressionist, and I know that's not at all. Absurdism. So drunk in artistic painting, like absurdism. This is brilliant. So he's showing us literally and figuratively inside of himself. Like this is something plenty of other members in BTS talk about, like the things that they want specifically, like their wants and needs. And J-Hope doesn't. He doesn't mention things like that. He doesn't talk about like, I want to get a Grammy. Like, oh yeah, it'd be nice if the group got a Grammy. I was probably like the most he's ever said about it, but he's not Suga. He doesn't just say, this is what I want a Grammy, I'm gonna get a Grammy. Like Suga kind of speaks for the group in that sense, probably. He's saying it directly, but he's also showing us his inside. The X-ray is genius. He's showing us his internal while he's saying this. It's strongly to make you understand that this is what he wants inside. He wants the stadium and the fans. He wants the trophies and the Grammys. Like he doesn't want to, he says, fame, money is not everything. I know that. But my work makes me be like, this is what I want to do. This is my lifeblood. And so I want it anyway. I want all the things that come with it. I want all of the awards, all of the attention, all of the passion, the crowds, all of that. Everything that we have at like our peak. I want it always. Like I don't want to give that up. Like deep inside, I love this. Before the beat drop, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Like take a deep breath and then bring it all. And I'm doing it all and everything is frozen. And it's almost, you know, the breath before the storm. You can think of it like the pandemic, everything is stopped. And he's just like, I still want it. Like that even if I take a deep breath, there's still this like, this tension in the music. There's still, I want it. I want everything. Oh, so good. This is also like, this feels like this fits this genre. Like this beat drop is gonna fit this genre perfectly. This new genre he's diving into. I love it so much. What do you think? Do you love it? Also, my goodness, he's a handsome boy. Like it, and somehow this video more than all his other ones like really highlights like he's extremely handsome. Like he just has like the jawline and the cheekbones, and like you see it when he models really well. Like they really highlight just like how pretty he is. Like when, like V has resting bitch face. He really does. When he relaxes his face, he has the bitchiest face, and I love it, and he's so handsome. But J-Hope, when he relaxes his face, he becomes like model face. Like he just, it's suddenly you're like, whoa, his face is absolutely stunning. He has just gorgeous facial structure, and you see it in the modeling a lot, and you don't get to see it in a lot of their videos because he's always, there's some kind of tension because he's smiling or because he's, you know, doing something. But with this, it was so relaxed, and you just saw like the lines of his face. I don't know, it was just very pretty. He's just very pretty in this. I love this song so much. I feel like he's just like, this is gonna be the new me, you guys, and like setting us up. This is the perfect setup song because it has those like drawbacks into previous J-Hope, like the past era of him and what he's represented, and now he's like, but this is the new style. This is what I'm going for with this album. This is the direction we're taking. It's just, it's beautiful. It's lovely. I love it so much. I'm super excited for Jack in the Box. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I'm excited to see what we get more from it. We finally have like some real dark songs from all of the rappers. Like this fits beautifully in with like Joke and Suga's entire first August D album. Honestly, it's so nice. It's so nice to get to see different sides and different musical taste, and done so well. And I don't know, this is so my vibe. I just really like it. It works. Like the dynamics are beautiful. He did a good job. He did a really good job. I'm very proud. I'm very excited to see the rest. And yeah, definitely leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Sometimes I get excited and post extra videos because this one might be going up also on Saturday to like balance out the Saturday video that I already have going up, which was a little bit more subdued and sad. Definitely like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and check out the other videos that I did of BTS. I did Ego already, so definitely check that one out. I will talk to you again soon. Bye!